What's up, Somerset Patriots fans? This is Chris Drabik, your ESPN.TV host, and we're getting ready for a big series against the Bridgeport Bluefish. The boys are back home for an interdivision matchup against the top two teams in the Liberty Division. Now, I know it's only June, but as the season carries on, these series get more and more important. Obviously, with the top two teams in the division, every single game counts. I had a chance to talk with 3 different Patriots about the importance of the series coming up. All right, Patriots fans, we're pregame now. We're hanging out with Patriots second baseman Tyler Bortnick. Tyler, thanks for coming on here today. We're looking at the calendar here now. It's a series against the Bridgeport Bluefish, and now we're rolling to the month of June. It's wild how fast the season's gone, but now that the calendar is moving a little bit more and you get these interdivision games, you kind of start to feel the importance of these games?
Yeah, you know, just like any other game, we take it one day at a time. You can't really look too far ahead in the future. Baseball is a crazy game, so you know, if we take care of business like we usually can, we just we know we have a good chance of winning, and you know, our goal is to win or tie every series.
Yeah, absolutely. And against the Bluefish, you guys have been very good against them so far this year. And taking into account, there's still just a couple games back of you in the standings. When it comes to these matchups against whether it be a good Long Island Duck team, a Bridgeport Bluefish team, do you see them on the schedule and be like, hey, we got to take care of business here?
Absolutely. I mean, we know who's down there, and we know we're in first. But you know, most important thing is defending our home turf. You know, if we take care of that, and everything else will take care of itself. We know Bridgeport's a good team, but at the same time, we've played them several times, so we kind of know what to expect and how to approach these games.
Sure, and you know, you take that into account and you look at that long-term goal. Obviously, is coming on top of the division, winning a championship, but how do you keep a focus on that while still taking care of the day-to-day things, celebrating the victories, adjusting after the losses, things like that?
Just sticking to the routines. You know, everybody's got their routines. You know, go to the cage early, come work out, whatever it may be. If we take care of those things, you know, it'll just kind of build up and lead to one thing after another, and you know, hopefully all those little things lead to big things, and those are wins.
There you have it, Tyler Bortnick and the Patriots getting ready for a big series against the interdivision Bridgeport Bluefish. Tyler, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Patriots fans, now we're hanging out with Somerset left fielder Aharon Eggleston. Aharon, it's crazy to think we're already in the month of June here at TD Bank Ballpark, but as the schedule kind of gets deeper and deeper into the season, and you see these interdivision games like the one right here against Bridgeport, do you feel the importance of these games as they come up?
I mean, the way the first half winner and second half winner automatically gets a playoff spot. I mean, all the games are big, but with them being right behind us, I mean, it's extra special because last year we had a pretty big lead in the first half, and you know, we got some guys signed, and you know, we kind of just fell off. So, I mean, every game right now is tough, especially with them, you know, right behind us playing well.
Yeah, it's a great point you make. They are right behind you in the standings, but it's still a team you've played really well against so far this year. But when you see them on the schedule, knowing it's a tight race and it could come down to the wire, do you feel the need to really take care of business against these guys?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because they've done well against everyone else. It seems like, you know, we've played them well. And I think right after we beat them, they came and I think they went and like won 4 straight. So, like I said, it's important to win every game, and especially against those guys against coming up right behind us.
Sure, you guys are both fighting for that long-term goal of coming up on top of the Liberty Division. But how do you keep your sights set on that long-term goal while you're celebrating the day-to-day wins and kind of feeding off the little losses and getting better?
I mean, our first goal is to win the first half. I mean, because once you win the first half, you kind of, I don't want to say coast through the second half.
It's a good feeling.
You have that comfort.
Yeah.
And like we've already lost seven guys already. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we still got some good guys that can get picked up. So winning that first half buys us time to get some guys in, kind of have time to gel for the playoffs.
All right, we're here for the first. Aharon Eggleston getting ready for the series against Bridgeport. As always, I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.
All right, now fans, now I'm hanging out during batting practice with Somerset Patriots shortstop Alfredo. Alfredo, thanks for hanging out in the pregame show. So we're taking it into the series against the Bridgeport Bluefish. And as this season, we're now in the month of June. It's crazy we've gotten this far already. But when the month starts to advance and the season gets later and later, you know, do these matchups against interdivision rivals, do you feel them start to get a little more important?
Definitely. I mean, you know, we've been at it for more than a month, and you know, you start to kind of get familiar with some teams. Obviously, the ones that are in your division, you try to take every game as a really important game, but at this point in time, or you know, hey, we want to win every series we can, and especially the ones against guys in our division.
Sure, and this is a team that you guys have played very well against so far, but they're still just a couple games back in the standings. You know, when you see them on the schedule, whether it be a Bridgeport team, a very good Long Island team, do you ever get the feeling of, hey, you know, we got to take care of business against these guys?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think you know, it's a double-edged sword. You know, you want to look at the standings, but you kind of also want to just, you know, focus on us as a team. I think our goal pretty much into every series is we try to win one series at a time, you know, whether it's take 2 out of 3, whether it's win all the games. And if we do that, we'll end up in the right spot. So they're all important, obviously, now we got our attention on Bridgeport. So.
Right. So you take a look at the series ahead of you, but you still have those long-term goals. And as a guy who you play mostly every single day. How do you keep the focus on those long-term goals while still celebrating the victories and feeding off the losses?
Well, absolutely. I mean, baseball players, sometimes you say you got to have amnesia. You got to, after a tough loss, you try to move on, and also at the same time enjoy those victories. Those big walk-off victories that we've had. Though I feel like those are really games that get us going and give us some momentum. So we just try to take advantage of every day and get better, and obviously prepare as much as we can and come out with a victory and win the series.
It's always fun to get to catch up with the guys and just see what they're thinking when it comes to these important matchups. But for now, that's going to do it for the post-game show. I appreciate you sticking around, but it's time for Somerset Patriots baseball right here on ESPN.TV.